Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might as well give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The handoff. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That's why it's so important to have success on first and second down. They're running the ball on second down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now, with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man on the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Dogs will hustle to the line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement.
Touchdown, Bulldog! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll run it to the right side. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Keeps it on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Out wide left, it's Smith. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Play fake, Julian Sayed. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Caught. Turns it on in midfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
They They think there's room to run to the right here. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got him this time. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Solid run on the last play sets this offense up on 1st down. Here's a give to Frazier. Shakes off the defender. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You looked at last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys.
Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Making the adjustment. Needs it here on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll run it. It's Jackson. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Delayed handoff. It's Jackson. Got a little grass. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shot saved a touchdown.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away up.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw at Stockton. Here comes the heat. Turning it on. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Finds the tight end.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Guys, look at this. You're surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Making the adjustment on the play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Searching for space. He gets a block. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Buckeye! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Stockton. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Right at the line. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Caught on the RPO. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to pass on second down. Finds his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin our wraparound with Clemson taking on the number 18 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's Clemson with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Still on his feet at the 45. Maybe some room here. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Stockton. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Long way to go on second down. Quick give. It's Phillips. Run ends there. Georgia going up tempo. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Phillips. Still running at the 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Takes the easy one to the back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Dogs are flying down the field.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. And the Dogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the run, it's Phillips. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Here comes the 2-point try. He wants to throw it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Coming out with it, it's Parker. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
Breaks into the open on the left. At the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeye! And the stomping has commenced. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown.
41, Georgia, 16.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they did tack on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
16.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Gets it to the back. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down to the air. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Buckeyes looking to convert on 4th down. Sayin back to the air. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's changing the play. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. There he goes. Crosses midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And there's not a defensive coordinator in America that on 3rd and 10 is not thinking about pass. You bring in your pass packages, rush the passer. How about this offense? Run the football right at you for the big gain, pick up the first down, catching this defense off guard.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Frazier again. Can't get him to the ground.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Handoff for Frazier. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And it's really tough in that 4th and medium range because you're still thinking pass defensively, and they're late reacting to the run. How about the play call to be able to call the run with confidence, execute it? Nice job by the offense getting the 4th down conversion. First down, new set of downs.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside. Something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
Caught. Got the first down with the throw, and he'll get more after taking that shot. It'll be a roughing penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Tough run here. It's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming in the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayet fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Fourth down, Sayet. Look out! Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.